reverse it. We've arrived in an alternate quantum universe, Admiral. Stellar cartography reports our location as the Delphic region. By my computations, it's the year 2260. I'm picking up some ships on long-range sensors. Hull layout and warp signature readings suggest they're of Klingon design. Keep an eye on them, Daniels.
In 2387, an incident created a quantum rift between our universe and this one. A Romulan ship accidentally traveled here through a singularity. They found themselves in 2233 and later destroyed the USS Kelvin in battle. This caused their timeline to differ from ours. As a result, we now refer to it as the Kelvin timeline. We believe the sphere builders communicate with their operatives through the rift.
Operatives such as the Klingons?
Yes. In our timeline, they used the Xindi as a proxy force. I suspect they're doing the same thing here with the Klingons.
A formidable choice, though it's hard to see Klingons as anyone's proxy.
I'm reading multiple spheres under construction in this sector, as well as the wreckage of spheres. I suspect the local forces are trying to prevent an expanse from being formed.
Good, we may have some allies then. So approach sphere.
This sphere isn't active yet. We need to neutralize it before the builders can create an expanse.
Starfleet Command, this is the USS Yorktown. We are under attack and require...
I do hope you've come to fight, Patok. If not, you may whimper and wait for my blade at your throat.
Battle stations, defend the Yorktown. Alright, time for some doom.
Reading multiple Klingon life signs on Yorktown's bridge.
Unidentified vessel. This is the USS Yorktown. We are under attack by Klingon boarding parties. Can you provide assistance?
Affirmative, Yorktown, we're on our way. Energize. Time for the loading screen again. To the Yorktown. To the Yorktown. And then I get claimed for whatever that song was. What was it anyway? Anyway, onwards. It's gonna jump from 3 to 31, then 41, then 98. It looks slower than it is, although it sure doesn't seem slower when it's right at the beginning. Same thing for starting out on glorious YouTube. It's nice to actually have finally crossed the 1K barrier, although it's mostly just from shorts, which is like, oh well, yay ADHD. The promotion of TikTok like crap on YouTube instead of actually having to make content. Anyway, here we go. Alright, Admiral, the rest of the team is working to secure engineering. The Yorktown's warp core is approaching critical. Understood. Danielson and I will secure the bridge. Okay. So, who wants some doom here? Probably should switch to the shoddy. Yeah, let's see. Closer.
Flanking damage detected.
Yeah, everyone needs some doom. Dang it, there goes my shields. So I should increase that a little bit at least. Yep, running the fast Such an expert player. On the edge of tomorrow.
Over here.
Alright. How you doing, Android dude? So, 0718.
I am Science Officer 0718. Thank you for your very timely assistance. Could you see to Admiral Garrett's medical needs? I am currently interfacing with your crew and the Yorktown's engineering systems to prevent a critical breach of the warp core.
We'll see to the Admiral, keep me apprised on the warp core status. Well, I think if it goes, we won't even notice. It's like activate third person mode. Says Admiral Garrett. Alright, wake up.
Thanks.
Alright.
I'm not sure which Starfleet you're in exactly, but I'm guessing you won't mind giving my crew a hand here. The Klingons really did a number on us.
We'll do what we can, Admiral. Alright, so yay, the warp core stabilized, so help Yorktown crew, heal crew. Okay, everyone's just on the ground. Alright. So, who are you?
Thank you. I thought we were finished. The Klingons weren't interested in taking prisoners.
Everyone else is stabilized, you'll be alright. Okay. And who else is here? There's two other eyes. Oh, there's one. Okay, let's take the items. Okay, personal shield Mark 12 is lame. And who is this now? Is that Scott?
Thanks. I hope you're here to deal with these spheres.
Rest easy. We're here to help. Alright, and the last one. This one. Hopefully you're okay.
Thank you. Oh, my head's still spinning. That last Klingon photon hit sent me flying into the ops console. Head first.
Yeah, it's no fun. Take it easy for a moment. The dizziness should pass soon. Alright, so...
We could use some help putting out these fires!
Ah, crap. Well, let's go. However we're doing that. At least we don't have to have a fire extinguisher equipped. Somehow. I'm just
Come over
pointing
here
at
after you put out the last fire.
Why don't you do anything? Alright. Like, with all this carbon monoxide, I'm sure we need
Over here!
rebreathers. Or, you know,
All right.
respirators at least.
We were about to begin sabotage operations on the sphere when the Klingons came to call. As you can see, Yorktown and her crew are in rough shape. But that thing needs to be neutralized. Can I count on you and your crew to help us finish the job?
Of course.
Glad to hear it. We've got explosives ready to go. But we'll need to find a proper infiltration point on the sphere. Work with my science officer to make that happen.
Right, okay, hold on. Just trying to put these back in the tray for another time until it's gone again. Understood.
Use the starboard console. Together we can triangulate our scanners.
Scan sphere. Okay, just this mini game. There we go.
Admiral Garrett, I believe we found a suitable location.
Do we have to go aboard it or fire at it?
I have reviewed your proposed infiltration coordinates. They are tactically sound. We can commence operations at your command. Be advised, in previous encounters on board spheres, the occupants have been quick to mobilize their defense forces. Expect heavy opposition.
Yep, understood. Let's move out.
I'll stay on the Yorktown to assist Admiral Garrett and his crew. We'll monitor your progress from the bridge and provide tactical updates as we can.
Dim us down. Alright, so there's that anyway. We're picking up multiple Klingon life signs near your location. Acknowledge. Separate out. Alright, time for the Kelvin Klingons of Doom. Let's see. Yeah, right mouse click.
Commander! Kill those intruders!
I thought you go first.
Personal shield losing power.
Oh my word. Alright, so there we are. Anything else here we gotta just I guess. Alright, here we go. More doom for everybody.
Enemy targets on center. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Alright, a couple more things to gather. Tactical kits. Disruptible pistols in the game. Alright, more things. More. Hello, what do you like to do?
You cannot stop our plans.
Why not? Yeah. How about I do if I want to? Do. Get plans to go crispy for all that matters. Where's the next thing? Okay. Were there charges to place over there? Where the topography is difficult to walk on in this game. Alright, more idiots over this way though. Let's clear them up.
Enemy targets on center. Shield losing power.
Hello, would you like some free doom?
Flanking damage detected. Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Are they really though? Difficulty seeing everything at once. Alright, so we have to go back over there. But it's generally a good idea to clear up enemy combatants before placing things in full view of them so they don't see them right away or something, you know? And we're like, hey, you know what's over there? Something that could go boom. Maybe let's remove it, or disable it, or stop them while they're doing things in the game. Hello. Okay, so we gotta place the thing over here. Alright, thing placed. That's charge 1 at least.
To date, the most effective Starfleet tactic has been to trigger a critical series of detonations within their power suite. Such disruptions have resulted in destruction of a sphere.
No doubt the Klingons will have something to say about that. Access file.
Experiment 2674. Despite attempts to compensate for transdimensional drift, the protocol initiation led to universal instability and, ultimately, entropic acceleration.
Everything gained
Galactic
disorder
habitable
really fast.
spaces,
Boom.
0. Life signs, minimal. Project terminated.
Extra crispy.
Receiving data. I had no idea the sphere builders were involved in so many alternate realities.
Yeah, they have nothing better to do. And they're up to no good in the game. Alright, so back over here, I guess now. A lot less interesting since there's no Klingons in the way, I guess. But whatever though. Here we are with placing more charges in the game. This is a video game for anyone that doesn't know.
I was part of the team that devised the sphere neutralization tactics aboard USS Enterprise. After our initial success, I was deployed to the Yorktown to share my expertise on such matters.
Your expertise should be invaluable, 0718. And let's hear this.
Experiment 3331. The Expanse grew at an acceptable rate until it was discovered by the Iconian Dominion Alliance. After intense resistance, we were able to decimate their core systems with targeted micro-expanses. But their desperation assault in subspace led to a complete entropic breakdown and, ultimately, universal disruption. Galactic habitable spaces, 0. Life signs, indeterminate. Project terminated.
This data, they've exterminated entire galaxies with their experiments.
Yep. That's something they do, apparently. There was an episode of a thing that had, like a multiverse police.
It seems your alliance with the Klingons has been profitable, builders.
It has. Like the Zindi. They are eager for conquest.
However, the technology you have provided destroys as well as creates.
The Resistance has been disruptive to our progress. Your promises appear thin, Envoy.
I assure you, all is going according to plan. Nothing they will do will keep us from our goals.
And yet, I see a familiar disruption has presented itself again.
A minor nuisance. I suggest letting your Klingons do what they do best.
I will deal with this disruption.
Okay, whatever you are,
It's time you learned that you cannot prevail, intruder. You will fall to ruin.
Oh, I think the other way around, but whatever though. There can be only none. Pretty much. So, you want to talk with me?
You! I have had enough of you!
I can say likewise, you know. Is there a chance we can discuss this like rational beings?
We were a peaceful race until your misbegotten alliance committed an act of genocide. We were all but annihilated. Only a scant few of us escaped to safety, lost and forgotten within a dimensional void.
Yay.
The Envoy has given us the means to manipulate events. We had begun to undo the damage you have done to us. Quantum realms such as this are ours to study without risk to our own. And should this realm unravel, there is an infinite number of realms remaining to us.
Really? So the subspace party amplifier gets our own dancing before we fight each other, at least. So that's interesting. Alright, onward to the rest of this crap. Okay. You speak of suffering doom, but are willing to commit it yourself. Brilliant.
Yes, just as you were willing to do so to achieve your goals. Do not presume to judge me, murderer! The Expanse protocol will wipe you from existence, and with your passing, bring justice to my people at long last.
Right, okay. The Expanse formation has begun.
Something is happening. The sphere
happens, yes. Alright, time for fighting. Come on. Oh my word, there's the enemy. Oh, that thing. Awesome. Just the Klingons now and not the idiot that's apparently just a pawn and totally not at fault for how she behaved. Really? Seriously? Is that the excuse? No, it's not really her fault. She didn't really mean to do everything in the universe. It's just being manipulated by someone else with their excuses all lined up. They're not like other dictators. They're their own kind. Oh well. Onward to the joy. Alright. Come on. Chill out with existing. Stop it already. There you go. Alright, time to get moving.
I have finished working on the sphere network. Prepare the final charge for detonation.
Do I need to help? Okay. Jinsei is helping Tervel. Alright, there you go. Back in business. Alright, what do we need to do? Set third charges. Alright, here we go with pushing button the game. There we go. This is a video game.
Final charge deployed. We can return and initiate the detonation chain on your command.
In a video game. Being specific because of YouTube and anyone else that lacks verbal comprehension. Let's make that happen before the Expanse is complete, says the dialogue there. Access files.
Experiment 4472. Projections indicate increased habitable living area and Expanse growth rate. Early estimates suggest a 500% increase. Local resistance, primarily from this realm's version of the Federation, has been crude but effective. Deploying Klingon proxy forces at key sphere deployments should alleviate this concern.
Or just annoy everyone.
The latest data is local. It corresponds to this universe's quantum signature.
Alright, let's get out of here. And loading screen time and probably some more space battles. Because how else would you end it apart from more space battles? And maybe, well, using Yeet Warp to get away from the boom of the sphere. You know, what's minimum safe distance for that? Who knows? We'll find out, I guess. Shields to maximum. But yeah, in Stargate Atlantis, I think it was, Shepard, Colonel John Shepard in the show there. I think it was him, anyway. He said, weapons to maximum, and it's like the lieutenant at the console was like, what? But yeah, alright. The Expanse is affecting our shields and hull. We can withstand it for a little while before the crew succumbs to the negative health effects. It will likely be worse on the Yorktown. Understood.
Sphere builder ships, inbound.
Oh joy. What the heck is that? Well, we need to begin this ASAP.
We are being jammed. We're going to need to recalibrate.
Alright, cool. Stop everything while you can. Go. Calibrate.
The sphere is jamming our transmitter.
Alright, do this thing. Let's get more stuff done.
We're going to need to boost our signal to activate the explosives.
Do that. More stuff. Boost signal.
The thermobaric gas is creating an unusual level of interference, attempting to boost our comm signal to compensate.
Yeah, up wattage. Do that.
Recalibration complete.
Do the thing. What's that going to do? Going. Already.
I have established a link to the charges on the sphere, ready to activate on your command.
Do it. What are you waiting for? Extra. Wait for it. 50.
Detonation's complete. The sphere is neutralized.
Yay. Alright. Now the -1s are gone now. I have the Yorktown on comm sound rolled. They're ready for you in 0718 to beam over for debriefing. Acknowledge we're on our way. Oh great, another loading screen. Or no, I guess not. Alright, Roboman.
Nice work over there.
It was rough for a moment, but you both... Oh!
Are you healing? No, you're getting worse.
What the?
I'll see you back on the ship, sir.
So he is getting worse
Most
again.
curious.
Indeed.
I believe that wound occurred due to a temporal shift. Something has happened elsewhere.
It happened before, not sure why.
A question for another time, perhaps.
Probably happens
In the
more
end,
for those
you
further
came
in the
through
future.
for us. On behalf of Starfleet and the Yorktown crew, thanks.
Indeed. Safe travels to you and your crew.
Thank you, and good luck, gentlemen. Alright. The beeping has stopped. It's like, what is this, McDonald's? Where the fryers and everything beep all the time.
The envoy's
Point
been
I've
busy
worked there
since our
before.
last meeting. I think we
Yep.
can add the sphere builders to our list of known TLF associates and members after this encounter. The builders are no strangers to temporal war. Their experience could tip the balance of power against us. Fortunately, their ability to operate in our dimension is extremely limited. For now.
Uh-huh. Okay, of these, the most unique item is the Kelvin Timeline Batleth Mark 12, but it only does, like, next to nothing, and I don't know. So maybe the thing for torpedo damage, although I only am using the, let's see what we've got for the Lightsaber Ardent here. So, that would be what? That is a tactical console, so we could replace... Well, we have one for plasma projectile damage at 30%. This has 20% torpedo damage, which is not even as good as the plasma energy weapon damage that boosts the beams. I don't know. And there's another beam one that's a Mark 12. I have a few of those on other ships in my the managed ships thing at Space Dock, so maybe I could add that to there. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. This is just a bunch of bad choices at this one. I mean, the Kelvin Timeline Batleth is, I guess, a rare enough item. It might be worth collecting it just to collect it. Otherwise, the beam damage one for generic beam increase. Wish we had like a way better thing of the plasma infuser or the plasma torpedo projector thing there, or you know, that thing for the digitizer plasma. Whatever though. Let's get this. It's at least something unique, I guess. The rest I could probably
Some time ago, there was a temporal disruption involving the USS Enterprise C. We thought the matter was fully resolved, but there was an oversight. We need to find one of the Enterprise C survivors, a temporal duplicate of Starfleet Admiral Tenay. Until we reconcile her displacement, the timeline is in jeopardy. There's one person in particular that can provide the location of the survivors, Sela of Romulus. We believe she's operating in the Cytor system. Meet me there to search for Sela and enlist her aid.
Alright, that'll be next time I'll do that. And I guess of these things, probably the personal shield that has the reactive escape thing for cloaking would be best. Anyway.
Stay safe out there.
For now, we have the Kelvin Timeline Batleth of Annoyance for being Kelvin Timeline, but whatever though. Anyway, game over, man. Game over. Take care and try to not go crazy.